E.N.D here, day 6 for the spoilers of The Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. Leave me a comment, what would you do if you crack the One Ring? I am going to say it, I will dance naked in the street, and I assure you, that would be a show. Anyway, let's start. And I want to start with a couple of common cards. Great Hall of the Citadel, land, tap for 1 colorless, 1 tap, add 2 mana in any combination of colors, spend this mana only to cast legendary spells. In very simple words, use this for your commander. Slip on the ring for 1 and 1 white instant, exile target creature you own, then return it to the battlefield under your control. The ring tempts you. And if you don't know how to play The Ring Tempts You, I did a tutorial explaining this particular mechanic, how it works. Arwen, Lady of Rohan for 2 and 1 white, it's a 2/4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature gains your choice of First Strike or Vigilance until end of turn. If that creature is equipped, it gains First Strike and Vigilance until end of turn instead. Equip abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate. Lost to Legend for 2 white, instant. Put target non-land historic permanent into its owner's library, 4th from the top. And if you don't know what historic permanents are artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. Elrond, Lord of Rivendell for 2 and 1 blue, it's a 3/2. When he or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, the ring tempts you. And Draft Basin for 2, artifact X, tap, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature with power X, activate only as a sorcery. Mirror of Galadriel for 2, legendary artifact for 5, tap, scry 1, then draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Antish Restoration for 2 and 1 green, instant, sacrifice a land, search your library for up to 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, instead search your library for up to 3 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Gift of Strands. This is one of those parts that I really love in the book, because Gimli requested 1 strand of the golden hair of Galadriel and she gave him 3. 3 and 1 green, enchantment aura, flash, enchant creature. When Gift of Strand enters the battlefield, scry 2, enchanted creature gets +3/+3. And speaking about the gifts of Galadriel, File of Galadriel for 3, legendary artifact. If you would draw a card while you have no cards in hand, draw 2 cards instead. If you would gain life while you have 5 or less life, you gain twice that much life instead. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Flowering of the White Tree for 2 white, legendary enchantment. Legendary creatures you control get +2/+1 and have ward 1. Non-legendary creatures you control get +1/+1. Isildur's Fateful Strike for 2 and 2 black, legendary instant. You may cast a legendary instant only if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. Destroy target creature. If its controller has more than 4 cards in hand, they exile cards from their hand equal to the difference. Mythic cards. Arwen, Mortal Queen for 1/1 green and 1 white, it's a 2/2. Enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it. For 1, remove an indestructible counter from Arwen. Another target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter and a lifelink counter on that creature, and put a +1/+1 counter and a lifelink counter on Arwen. It's not a bad legendary creature, especially if you can find a way, and Magic the Gathering has a lot of cards that can double her indestructible counters. Radagast the Brown for 2 and 2 green, it's a 2/5. When Radagast the Brown or another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is that creature's mana value. You may reveal a creature card from among them that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Last but not least, Good Games are offering $250,000. That's $250,000 for the One Ring. Honestly, don't accept any value less than 1 million. And even at 1 million, I wouldn't accept it. So that was the last card in this particular day 6 of the spoilers of the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. Join me tomorrow for another day full of spoilers for this epic set. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.